What's bubbling, magical people? Welcome back to the Witching Hour with MsMerlin, where we like to talk about all things witchy and magical. Your one-stop source for everything spellcasting, ascension, healing, tarot, mediumship, psychic gifts, spirituality, chakras, plant medicine, healing, nature, and much, much more. I'm Kimmy, aka MsMerlin, High Priestess and Shamaness, Medicine Woman, Psychic Medium, and Witch Extraordinaire. So let's jump on our broomsticks. Meet me in the Crystal Coven Room. Today's topic is crystals. So I have been telling you guys now for a couple of weeks that I was going to do an episode on discussing, I don't want to say some of my favorite crystals, because when it comes to crystals, like, I love all of them equally. They all have so many different properties and so many different ways that you can use them for healing. They all do so many different things. Like, it's just incredible. So these are some ones that are easy to find, fairly inexpensive, and that you could start utilizing in your life today. So first, we're going to start with the very popular amethyst. Okay, so amethyst is purple or lavendery, okay? It's extremely powerful and it's a protective stone. It has a very, very high spiritual vibration. It guards against psychic attack. It transmutes energy. It enhances your spiritual and psychic awareness. Now, traditionally, it was worn to prevent drunkenness, and it also has a sobering effect on all indulgences in physical passions, substances, whatever it is. Amethyst is very, very helpful to help with addictions. If you use it as an elixir while you are trying to stop doing something, you know, whether that is a substance, if it's a thought pattern, whatever it is, okay, it'll help you with that, okay? So amethyst is a stone that can be submerged in water and will come out okay. Please do your research before you put any of your stones in water or salt water for clearing, okay? Because some of them cannot go in water, okay? It will wreck them, all right? So, again, this is very, very good for sobriety. Helps overcome the addictions and the blockages that help keep them going for you, okay? And it also helps remove blockages of like all kinds. It helps you in your mind space to feel less scattered and more focused. And it enhances the assimilation of new ideas. Connects with cause and effect as well. It also helps you in the decision-making process. So if that's something that's hard for you sometimes, you may want to grab a little piece of amethyst while you're weighing your options. Amethyst enhances memory and it improves motivation. It'll help you remember and understand your dreams. It helps facilitate the visualization process. Okay, so if you're trying to be more visual, okay, when either you're manifesting or whatever it is that you're trying to do, amethyst will help you with that. It helps you to remember and understand your dreams and improves your motivation, enhances your memory, balances out highs and lows in your emotions. Okay, so it gets you kind of centered. Dispels anger, fear, and anxiety. Alleviates sadness and grief. And it also supports coming to terms with a loss. So this is something else that you would want to use, in any type of heartbreaking situation, any type of grief that you're facing, or if you have repressed anger or a lot of rage, okay? Anger and rage is just grief in disguise, all right? So work with some amethyst and it will help you transmute that. It does enhance your psychic gifts. I was mentioning about the dreams. It will actually, if you put a piece near your bed, like where you're sleeping, it will help protect you as well by transmuting the energy around you, help you get into more of that REM sleep where you can have those intuitive dreams. It transmutes lower energies into higher frequencies. It also tunes the endocrine system and your metabolism. So carrying a piece of this on your body will help you with that. So this one, you could just like shove a piece in your bra or in your pocket. At a subtle level, amethyst balances and connects the physical, mental, and emotional bodies. It cleanses your aura and transmutes any negative energy. It also stimulates the throat and the crown chakras. I also find it very, very useful for your third eye as well. All right, so that is our amethyst. We're gonna go, I'm just thinking if I should post pictures of these on my social media. Well, I'm sure everybody kind of knows what if you guys are resonating with me, you probably know what most of these stones look like anyway, but I'm giving you all the names and stuff. So again, feel free to Google and find your own information always. All right, so the next stone that we are going to talk about is carnelian. Carnelian is red, orange, pink, or brownish. Okay, carnelian really, really resonates with like your womb chakra, okay, your sacral chakra. It grounds and anchors you into your present reality. It's a very stabilizing stone with very, very, very high energy. It helps you restore vitality and restore your motivation. It's also good for stimulating your creativity, right? Because that's the womb chakra. That's where we create from. Carnelian also has the ability to cleanse other stones that are in the vicinity around it. In ancient times, it was used to protect the dead on their journey to the afterlife. It gives courage, promotes positive life choices, dispels apathy, and motivates for success in business or other matters. It helps you to learn to trust yourself and your own perceptions. It helps you to overcome negative conditioning. It improves mental clarity as well, clarifying the perception, sharpens your concentration, and helps you dispel mental lethargy. It also is a powerful protector against envy, rage, and resentment, yours or other people's. It helps to calm anger and banishes emotional negativity. It also stimulates the metabolism and increases fertility because it does resonate so highly with that sacral chakra. So carnelian is a really, really, really powerful one. And like I said, like you can find this pretty much anywhere, and it's fairly inexpensive. All right, so we're going to move on next to citrine, which is yellow to yellowish brown, or like a smoky kind of gray brown. Depends where you're getting it and from kind of what mine it has come from. Citrine is a really powerful cleanser. It's a regenerator. It carries the power of the sun. So it is known as the crystal that is most, I know there's one called sunstone, but it's actually more of one that carries that energy that's associated with the sun. Okay. It helps you to be highly creative. It never needs cleansing. It absorbs, transmutes, dissipates, and grounds any negative energy. Therefore, it's extremely protective for the environment it's in and the people surrounding it. It energizes every level of your life. It's also an aura protector. It will help you cleanse your chakras, especially the solar plexus and sacral. This is one of the main stones of abundance. Okay, so this stone teaches us how to manifest and how to attract wealth and prosperity, success, and all other good things. Citrine is happy. It's a happy, generous stone and encourages sharing what you have and yet helps you to hold on to your wealth as well. So setting boundaries, right? So you're not giving everything away, okay? We're not just talking about money here. We're talking about energy, right? Citrine raises your self-esteem, your self-confidence. It removes destructive tendencies, enhances individuality, improves motivation, activates creativity, encourages self-expression. It makes you less sensitive, especially to criticism, others, or your own self-talk. It helps you to develop a positive attitude. and to keep going with the flow instead of hanging on to the past. Mentally, citrine enhances concentration and revitalizes the mind. Citrine imparts energy and invigoration to the physical body. It's very useful for people who are particularly sensitive to environmental or other influences. If you use this one as an elixir, so citrine also can go in water, so can carnelian. It's helpful for menstrual problems and menopausal symptoms, such as hot flashes, balancing the hormones, and alleviating fatigue. Okay, so you'd want to put a couple of crystals in your water. There are some certain crystal water bottles out there that you can get, okay, but it's not going to hurt you to just take like one of the little stones and just, put it in your water, okay? Just be careful you're not drinking and swallowing it, okay, because we don't want to do that, okay? So we're going to move on now to lapis. Lapis lazuli is like a dark indigo color. It's deeply freckled, sometimes with gold or like yellow. It appears to have like dense veins in it. It's very, very, very easily obtained and inexpensive. It opens your third eye, so it resonates with those upper chakras. Balances the throat chakra as well. Enlightens and enhances your dream work and psychic abilities, facilitating spiritual journeying and stimulating personal and spiritual power. It helps you release stress, possesses enormous serenity, and is a key to spiritual attainment. It's a very protective stone. This stone recognizes psychic attack, blocks it, and returns the energy to the ground for transmutation. It teaches the power of the spoken word and can reverse quote-unquote curses or dis-ease caused by not speaking out in the past. It harmonizes the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual levels. Any imbalances between these levels can result in depression or dis-ease in the body. So it's very helpful to be regularly taking care of that. It reveals the inner truth and encourages self-awareness. If repressed anger is causing difficulties in the throat or the communication, lapis will help you release this. The qualities of honesty, compassion, and stableness, it adds that to your personality. It's a very, very powerful thought amplifier, so it does help you manifest as well. It encourages your creativity, helps you confront truth, teaches the value of active listening as well. So also connected to those ear chakras, okay? Aids in expressing feelings and emotions and dissolves emotional bondage. So also, if you have this, if you're wearing it as jewelry or you're carrying it on you in some way, it can help purify your blood, boost your immune system, alleviate insomnia, and lower blood pressure even. So it is a really good idea to sleep with a little piece of lapis under your pillow. It just helps. And I find it helps too when you're in that dream state as well. So you can get into those REM cycles and have that deeper sleep. Now, this stone is really, really ancient. There is a lot of evidence that the ancient Egyptians used this one quite a lot. It is said that Cleopatra, you know the famous pictures of Cleopatra with her bright blue eyeshadow, okay? The bright blue eyeshadow was crushed up lapis lazuli. That was in ancient times where a lot of the makeup came from, and paints too. They would crush up the stones, whatever it was for eyeshadow, lipstick, so on and so forth. All right, so then we're going to get into Larimar. Now this is one that you guys may not be as familiar with, but as I was kind of channeling which ones should I talk about today, like which ones would be most useful for the people who are exchanging energy with me and listening to this podcast today. Okay, so Larimar is known as the dolphin stone. It really, really connects to that energy of water. All right, so if you ever feel like if you've been really, really drawn to Atlantis ever, or something like that, very watery, very ocean type energy, then lapis is going to be a crystal that you would really, really enjoy. It radiates love and peace and promotes tranquility. It induces a deeply meditative state, naturally raises consciousness, and harmonizes the body and soul to new vibrations. So it's a very, very good one for when you're going through stuff. Okay, like today, for example, it is the 10-10 portal. All right, so there's some big energy flooding into the planet right now. And the energy has already been a little chaotic because we're in eclipse season. Also for the cardinal signs, as we've discussed before, closing out a huge karmic cycle here. Okay, and this spans lifetimes, not just this one. Okay, we come back to have a redo, if you will, at those lessons of the past that we didn't quite get. So Larimar facilitates angelic contact as well. So it's a good stone to work with if you're trying to get in touch with your spirit team, your guides. It's an excellent stone for those seeking a soulmate. It facilitates the healing of past life relationships and heart trauma. Yes, just what I was saying there. Dissolves self-sabotaging behavior. So if that is something that you are prone to, Larimar is a crystal that you might want to work with. One of the things it mentions here, and I know these crystals very well, but I didn't want to leave out any pertinent information for you. So I'm reading notes that I've made. Most of the notes that I have made are from the Crystal Bible by Judy Hall. There's 3 editions of it. I recommend them. They're great books, highly informative. All right. So as I was saying there, for anyone who has a tendency towards martyrdom, right? We were talking about this a little bit back about, giving of yourself too much, whether that's your abundance as in money or in your energy. It assists you in taking control back of your life. It also helps you alleviate guilt and remove fear. When moving through periods of stress and inevitable change, it will enable the challenges to be met with equanimity. Larimar brings serenity and clarity and constructive thought, stimulates your creativity and encourages you to go with the flow, just like water. It brings calmness and equilibrium. It's an antidote to emotional extremes. And it sometimes can help with bipolar disorder. Okay, so if that is something that you struggle with, Larimar is a great stone that you might want to start wearing as jewelry, or just put a little piece in your pocket or your bra, wherever you like to carry your crystals. I tend to put a lot of them in my bra. I give new meaning to the over-the-shoulder boulder holder. All right, so it has the energy of Earth also with it, the Earth goddess, because Earth, as in earth signs, carry everything else within them, right? Earth has air, fire, water, right? And ether. So it has all those other elements within it. Very, very powerful energy to tap into. It can help you heal trauma of the heart and reconnect you to a natural playfulness. So like a joyful, childlike energy that we all need to get back in tune with sometimes. Remember when we went to school and we came home and we played outside? Why don't we come home from work and play outside? We really should. But we sit down in front of these mind-numbing boxes of quote-unquote entertainment. It's awful. The electromagnetic stress, too, of all of these devices that you may have in your home. All right, some of the crystals I'm giving you today are going to be helpful in blocking that and blocking that kind of radiation that does come from those devices. It helps women reattune to their innate femininity and also restoring their connection with nature. It's a really, really powerful one. I get really mermaidy type energy with it. So if you ever really connected with the energy of like mermaids, dolphins, like I said, Atlantis, ancient Egypt, all of those, lapis again coming back through. So lapis and Larimar may be ones you might want to work with, and maybe work with them together. So moving on, the next one we're going to talk about is lepidolite. And this is one that I have mentioned before. All right, this one is like a purpley, pinky, like almost a raspberry color. It, just as I was talking about before about clearing electromagnetic pollution, that is one thing that this stone does really, really well. So if you use it for nothing else but that purpose, that's great. It also helps to dissipate negativity, helps you in clearing any blockages, brings you cosmic awareness. It helps aid in shamanic and spiritual journeying, and helps you have more access to the Akashic records. So the Akashic records hold the information of the past lives, all those sort of things. So again, if you are carrying trauma or something from a past life into this life, opening up those Akashic records, working with the energy of these beautiful stones, will help you shut down those patterns or learn those lessons, whatever it is that you need to let go of it and move on. It helps with stress reduction and reduction of depression as well. It halts obsessive thoughts. So this is one thing I was speaking about when I brought this up the other day. When you're really overthinking, lepidolite is a great one to just grab and hold, meditate with. If you're not really good at meditating, hey, I understand. I have ADHD. I'm not good at it myself. I can't just sit there because that'll just make my brain start overthinking. So I have to have some sort of moving meditation. But whatever it is that you're doing, get you some lepidolite and it will help you with that. It actually contains lithium. So it's very, very helpful for stabilizing mood swings like bipolar disorder or anything else in that realm. Okay, because if you don't know, lithium often is a treatment that they will give you for depression, especially bipolar depression. So having that, and when you're holding crystals close to your body or you're wearing them close to your body, they kind of leach in things that are within them. Okay, so you would be leaching in a small amount of lithium, right? That's why this would be helping you. Okay, and this is another one where I want you guys to do your own independent research. Okay, when you are working with any type of stone, herb, anything like that. Okay, I was mentioning already about which crystals not to put in water, or there's some you cannot make elixirs out of, and there are some also that you should not be wearing that have contact to your skin, okay? Because a lot of these do have some poisonous attributes to them, and you don't want those types of toxins leaching in through your skin. All right, so that's why it's very, very important to learn about these things, understand them before you start using them. All right. Lepidolite is one that you can use as an elixir. Like I said, it's great for skin contact. The crystals that I have mentioned so far to you today, they are all safe for skin contact, all right? And safe for elixirs as well. Okay, so it's also excellent for overcoming any kind of emotional or mental dependencies. So it's also supportive with releasing from addictions. So using this in conjunction with amethyst would be very helpful if that is something that you are struggling with. Also, if you're struggling with anorexia, that's also one of the things listed here. Reorganizes psychological and behavioral patterns, inducing change, which is always good. It helps you focus on what's important and filter out extraneous distractions. All right, so I already mentioned I have ADHD, okay? So if any of you out there have it, you know that sometimes we tend to take side quests, right? We're not focusing on what's important right now. That's one of the biggest things. So working with and carrying lepidolite on you is very, very helpful for people also who have ADHD. It helps you soothe your sleep and sleep disturbances. So it gives you that, that relaxing zen. Also, if you're stopping the overthinking by working with the lepidolite, it's easier to get to sleep. It's excellent also for menopause. So if you use it as a gem elixir, it can help you with some of the symptoms that come along with menopause or perimenopause. You could also want to place this one under your pillow for relief in sleep disturbances, right? So if you tend to have nightmares or not so nice dreams, this might be a stone you might want to throw under your pillow too. All right. We're going to move on now to obsidian. Sure, most of you are familiar with obsidian. So it comes in brown, black, blue, green, rainbow, red, black, silver, gold sheen, different shades as well. Obsidian is molten lava that's cooled so quickly that it had no time to crystallize. It's a stone without boundaries. So as a result, it works extremely fast and with great power. It has truth-enhancing reflective qualities that will expose weaknesses and blockages. It's also a strongly protective stone. So a lot of people will always tell you, carry obsidian on you or whatever it is. It forms a shield against negativity around you. It also provides grounding because this resonates with your base chakra, okay? Your root chakra, the one at the base of your spine. It absorbs negative energies from the environment. So kind of like a sponge, right? It pulls them out of you like a sponge or in your environment like a sponge. It's helpful and highly sensitive and helpful to highly sensitive people, all right? So especially if, we've discussed this before, going out into big crowds, things like that can start to be very, very draining as you level up and become more sensitive to the energies of other people, the energies of your environment, so on and so forth. It removes negative spiritual influences also on your life, whatever that may be, and blocks psychic attack. Okay. So black obsidian on its own is very powerful, very creative. It grounds the soul. It also helps you with self-control. It forces us to face up to one's true self, taking you deep into the subconscious mind in the process. So obsidian is definitely not a beginner crystal. Okay, because it is going to give you some self-realizations and bring you some self-awareness that maybe you aren't 100% ready for. So if it is something that you want to work with, but you're a little about it, a little scared about it, then maybe go for a different kind of obsidian that has a little bit of a gentler energy, like a snowflake obsidian, mahogany obsidian, and it looks like exactly how it's described. It looks like mahogany. You would want to use red obsidian if you want to really, really amp up your Kundalini energy and allowing that to raise up through all the chakras. It really, really amplifies that. So it's a good one for amplifying your spiritual awakening. All right. But again, use black obsidian or red black obsidian with caution. All right. It's not a beginner stone. There may be things that you might not want to face yet. Okay. So I'm not going to say use with caution because you don't really have to do that, but just be aware of what you're inviting in for self-transformation when you're working with this stone. And the pretty pink rose quartz is next. I'm sure everyone is quite familiar with this beauty. The color it comes in is that pink, light pink, those different shades from like a very salmony color to that just opaque white with a pinkish hue to it. So it's the stone of unconditional love, which we know, and infinite peace. It's the most important crystal for your heart chakra. It teaches you the true essence of love, like the true energy of it. It helps purify and open your heart chakra on many levels, especially the back. All right? Because you have like that heart chakra in the front that we're all familiar with, but the back of the heart chakra is sometimes where you hold a lot of old heartbreak. As we've discussed before, when we have trauma, sometimes that energy gets trapped in your body. So this may manifest for you as upper back pain, okay? Mid back pain, stiffness, things like that, okay? If you want to attract love, then you would also work with rose quartz, okay? But it's more about attracting the self-love for yourself. It's very, very, very effective for drawing loving relationships towards you of all kinds, okay? Friendships, family, whether it's based in work, whatever. It gently draws off negative energy. It is a very gentle, loving vibe, this stone. It strengthens your empathy and sensitivity and aids in the acceptance of necessary change. So this is a great stone if you might kind of be in like a midlife crisis type of energy. Holding rose quartz enhances positive energy. The stone can remind you of your intentions, promotes receptivity to beauty of all kinds. In the emotional body, rose quartz helps you release unexpressed emotion. So just like I was talking about, those ones that get stuck in the back of the heart chakra, things we didn't say, all those old pains from the past, stuck emotion. Transmuting this emotional energy will help remove what is no longer serving from your energetic body. Any internalized pain, it will help you heal as well. Heal also from unrequited love. It reopens your heart space. It comforts you in grief as well. Teaches you how to love yourself and how to be a vital energy within yourself. It also encourages self-forgiveness and acceptance and invokes that self-trust and enhances self-worth. This can also strengthen your physical heart. So this is another one entirely safe to use in elixirs or wearing on your body. It also helps your circulatory system. It will help you detox and release impurities from your body's fluids. So if you're having issues with your heart or your circulation or anything like that, if you do like lay in meditation or whatever it is that you're doing, place that stone right on that heart chakra area. It's going to really, really help you. This stone is an elixir, will help to soothe burns and blistering. It also smooths the complexion. So this is sometimes where you see a lot of those rollers, the face rollers, the ones that are made out of crystals. You'll see them in jade and you'll see them a lot in rose quartz. And they're very beneficial. I have a rose quartz one myself. So the best place to wear this one, like I said, is over your heart space. So like maybe on a necklace or, in your over-the-shoulder boulder holder. That works too. And the next one on our list here that we're going to talk about is selenite. Okay, selenite is pure white or like an opaque or cloudy white. Okay, and it has layers. So you can notice that when you're working with it. Even if it's a polished round stone or something like that. Now, selenite is one that you do not, I repeat, do not want to immerse in water, okay? It will fall apart. So you don't want to be using this one as an elixir for drinking or even clearing your crystals in salt water, anything like that, leave the selenite alone. Trust me, I have experience with this. I had a selenite heart that I used to wear. This was before I had much more knowledge than I had then about crystals. So I had this selenite heart, and I used to wear it in the left side of my bra. And then it literally fell apart. Like, it broke in half. And I could see on the inside how it was almost kind of shattering. Like the layers were kind of shattering because of the presence of sweat, right? Salt water, okay? So it will weaken this stone. Not recommended. Please don't do it. So this one has a very, very fine vibration, very high vibration, and it brings clarity of your mind. It helps you with the upper chakras, your crown, and also your third eye, kind of clears that out as well. When accessing angelic consciousness or higher guidance, okay, you want to be working with selenite. Selenite is a link to your light body. It helps you anchor it to the earth's vibration. All right, so if you're someone who kind of, sometimes you're really in your upper chakras, so maybe some spaciness and you have some trouble with grounding, you're going to want to use this stone because it's going to help you to do that. Even though it is working with the upper chakras, it's still going to kind of help you balance and anchor in to the vibration of the earth, which is that grounding force. It's very calm. It instills deep peace. It's excellent for meditation or spiritual work. Telepathy is also enhanced by each person holding a piece of this pure vibration selenite. Okay, so it enhances telepathy. It's very ancient. It's one of the most powerful crystals for this new vibration that we're trying to bring onto the planet right now. This great awakening that's taking place. And like today, we're talking about that's on the 1010 portal. Okay, a lot of those energies are flooding in today. So if you have a chance to go outside today and ground, maybe take a piece of selenite with you, hold it in your hands, and stand in the sun for a few minutes. Let that energy come in. Let those downloads come in. If you don't have sun, well, doesn't mean you won't get them. Okay, that's just an easier way to do it. It'll help you create a safe space around yourself. And like I said, it's one of the most powerful crystals. So anyone who does grid work, all right, grid work as in the electromagnetic grid of the earth. Okay, so anyone who is called to do that kind of grid work, selenite is something you are going to want to have to do that. All right. If you want to create a protective grid around your home, then you're going to want to stick a piece of selenite in each of the corners of your home. Also, another witch trick is to put a piece of selenite over your front door. So it blocks and transmutes anything negative that's trying to come in on or around someone else. It creates that peaceful atmosphere. It will also detach any entities from the aura. Okay, so any of those little energy sucker things that are not supposed to be there, it will help you detach that. So if you are a Reiki healer or an energy healer, selenite is something that you're going to want to be using with each and every client. Okay, it also helps you to pinpoint lessons and any issues that you're kind of still working on that are holding you back. And it gives you a solution in the form of an inspired idea or something like that, that will help you to see the bigger picture and show you how this can be resolved. It also can be used for scrying. It helps you clear confusion and help you see the deeper picture. It's a powerful disperser and stabilizer for any erratic emotions. Okay, so it also helps you to stabilize that mood as well. It also neutralizes Mercury and helps you reverse the effect of any free radicals. This is an excellent stone for breastfeeding. And it helps you because You're healing on the energetic level, and it is one of the finest stones for helping you heal at an energetic level. All right. So if someone is just starting out, you know, they don't really know what to get, the first stone I would recommend to them is probably a selenite, followed by black tourmaline. Okay. We're going to get into the black tourmaline. Actually, we're going to get into the black tourmaline right now. That's the one that's next. All right, so black tourmaline, also like selenite, okay, it's layered. You can see it as layered if you have like a raw piece that's not, what's the word I'm looking for? Why can't I find words today? I don't have my selenite in here. I'm getting a mental fog. Oh, that's okay. Moving on. So the black tourmaline protects you from electromagnetic smog, okay, radiation. It also helps you with psychic attack, any type of evil eye, negative energy of all kinds. Also resonating with the base chakra, the root chakra, grounds the energy, increases the physical vitality, dispersing tension and stress, and clearing away negative thoughts. It also helps you to kind of release and remove those nasty thoughts that just keep popping up and popping up. I'm getting like the energy of like secondary embarrassment. Like, you know how that feels? That type of energy. It strengthens your immune system. It also can treat dyslexia, which I didn't know. I think I did know, but maybe I forgot. And then when I was going over and highlighting what I wanted to go over for this podcast, I saw it again. So very interesting there. It can also help you with arthritis and provide even pain relief and realign the spinal column when you wear this around your neck. So really, really super, super powerful. I call this one the Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson out of crystals. Okay. So again, if you are sensitive, I wouldn't leave your house without a piece of this on you. Okay. Like, it's that good. It's that good at putting up an energetic barrier to anything that you're not seeing, right? The negative energies, negative emotions, entities, okay, that could be attached to other people, places, situations. And yes, they're out there. Okay, this is not about causing fear about anything, but I'm just telling you the truth. There are these lower energies out there. I've explained before that the universe is kind of like Star Wars, right? There's light side and dark side. So there are energies that work for the light side. There's energies that work for the dark side and can influence for the dark side. People who are in lower vibrations, they're more susceptible to being influenced. This is another one. Like I said, it has a layering. You don't want to put this one in water, okay? Don't put this one in water. Don't make an elixir out of it either, okay? Not going to be good for you. And last for today, but certainly not least, we're going to talk about tiger's eye. And I'm sure you're all familiar with beautiful tiger's eye. It's the gold and yellow and brown, all kind of mixed together. It's banded. It's slightly shiny. It combines the earth energy with the energy of the sun to create a high vibrational state and helps you ground. It draws in spiritual energies to the earth, okay? So again, if you're up in your higher chakras, it's a good one to help pull you down and kind of ground you. I use tiger's eye as one of my shaman stones when I'm doing clearing or anything like that on clients. This is one I always have with me. My shaman stone, which looks like an eye, so it's a circle with a hole through the center, is made out of tiger's eye. Also, my grandfather, who's one of my closest spirit guides, he used to wear those bolo ties all the time. And the ones that he had tiger's eye on them. And when he passed away, I ended up with those for some reason, and I'm so glad I did, because I took the pieces of tiger's eye off of them, and I have one in my car, and I have one on me, and there's one that I carry around with me, and then I know, and I also feel that I am always protected. So it helps you balance those lower chakras, okay? Resonates with the lower chakras, the solar plexus, sacral, and your base. It was traditionally carried as a talisman against evil and ill wishes and curses. So very protective stone. It's awesome. It shows you the correct use of power, okay? And highlights integrity. All right, so if someone is using power in a not so good way, you're going to be able to see through it, right? See through what they're trying to present. All right. And on the same side, if someone is using power or something for the good of themselves or everyone else, you're going to notice that as well. So it's excellent for people who feel spaced out sometimes or uncommitted. All right. Because this also gets you very, very grounded. It helps ground in and facilitate the manifestation of your will. Okay, so all those thoughts, when you are actively manifesting, Tiger's Eye will help you intensify that energy. Okay, but remember, get very clear on your intentions. And you must set intentions. We don't create willy-nilly. So it anchors in change into your physical body. Mentally, Tiger's Eye integrates the hemispheres of the brain. It aids in collecting that scattered information to make it kind of coherent and whole. It helps you in resolving dilemmas or any internal conflicts. Also helps you to overcome pride and ego. Okay, so we're not acting and reacting from the ego instead of the heart space. And like, ego's not bad. I'm not saying that. Too much of it is bad. We all know what that does, okay? But everybody has ego, and it's there to protect us. So, I mean, you don't have to get rid of all of it, because some of it is very helpful. That's where we get our confidence from. But especially the confidence and the self-worth, all those energies kind of reside and sit in your gut, right? Right in your solar plexus chakra. And that is where Tiger's Eye can really, really, really help you. It's particularly helpful in healing any mental dis-ease or personality disorders, any issues of self-worth, self-criticism, blocked creativity, okay, like I was saying, all that stuff in the gut space. It supports people who may feel they have an addictive personality to make changes, okay? So seeing through the nonsense, all right? Catching clarity and getting more self-discovery. It balances your inner yin and yang energies, your emotional and your spiritual and your physical body. Okay, that's super, super important. And every human, okay, regardless of gender, you have both of those energies within you, masculine and feminine energies. Your feminine energy is your intuition, your upper chakras, your heart space, the love that you give out. Okay, masculine energy is action, stability, protection, grounding, okay? Your money situation, right? Going out and hustling, that's masculine energy. And like I said, we all have both, okay? Bringing them in balance together is super, super important. It energizes also your emotional body and helps to alleviate depression and lift your mood a little bit. If you wear it on your right arm or as a pendant for short periods, or you can place it in your navel chakra for spiritual grounding. It helps you overcome lethargy as well and improve your motivation. It also helps you with that over anxious and I say quick tempered here. So like I was saying, when we act and react from wounding or from ego, right? That's where we're going to see some help from this stone here, okay? So if you do have some suppressed anger there, or sometimes you're very quick tempered when triggered, Tiger's Eye is definitely a stone that you want to start working with, all right? So any of these stones, like I said, You can find them anywhere, really. Very easy to find. Very, very inexpensive. I didn't put any super expensive ones here in this list at all. I'm going to go over some other ones on a different podcast, but these are the ones that I feel we need calling attention to right now. So whatever one that you kind of feel drawn to, maybe you might want to go and pick that up from your neighborhood metaphysical shop or wherever you get your favorite crystals, online, however you do it. I really, really hope that you enjoyed today's episode, guys. And I really hope that you start working with these crystals and allowing the energy of them to help improve your life. Because they really, really do. All right, and it's all about believing. So I'm going to leave it there for today. And please come back next week. I'll be so happy to see you. Thanks again to my viewers and returning viewers, and to anyone new who started listening today. I'm grateful for you. I'm sending you so much love. I would like to remind you to always make your own magic and to stay magical. I'll talk to you later. Bye.